Chapter 2. How to use AI ethically and safely, respecting copyright and staying within the law. Artificial intelligence is not only a powerful tool for earning money, but also a serious challenge to traditional ideas about creativity, authorship, and law. When you generate text, images, or music with AI, you are stepping into a new legal and ethical space. Ignoring these issues means putting your reputation, business, and even financial well-being at risk. The main question that many people have is, who owns the rights to content created by AI? The answer isn't as simple as it seems and largely depends on the laws of a specific country. In most jurisdictions, including the US and countries in the European Union, copyright is traditionally granted to a human, an author who has made a creative contribution. AI is not yet recognized as a legal entity and therefore cannot be an author. This creates a curious situation. If AI has generated the content, then who is its owner? Legal aspects. Who owns the content? Let's look at two main scenarios. First, content generated from your data. Many services such as DALL-E 3, Midjourney, and ChatGPT grant users the rights to commercially use the content they create. This is usually specified in the platform's terms of service. It's crucial to study these documents because they determine what you can do with the result. For example, some free versions of services may limit commercial use, while paid subscriptions grant you full rights. Second, using copyrighted data. This is where the situation gets complicated. Neural networks are trained on massive data sets that can include millions of images, texts, and other materials protected by copyright. This raises the question, is AI-generated content an infringement if it is inspired by or too similar to an existing work? At the moment, courts and legislative bodies in different countries are actively debating this issue. For now, there is no universal answer. In some cases, if you use AI to create something completely new, it may not be considered an infringement. However, if you ask a neural network to paint a picture in the style of Van Gogh or write a text like Stephen King, you risk facing claims of copyright infringement or unfair competition. Therefore, to protect yourself, always strive to create original content, avoiding direct copying and imitation. Ethical considerations. Beyond the legal complexities, there is also an ethical side to the issue. Using AI implies a responsibility, as your actions can affect not only you, but also other people. Therefore, first, always disclose that content was created with AI, if possible. Transparency is key to building trust. If you run a blog or sell digital art, openly stating your use of AI shows that you are being upfront. This is especially important in journalism, education, and other fields where credibility and authorship are crucial. Second, do not use AI for disinformation or fraud. AI can generate convincing texts, images, and even voices. Using these capabilities to create fake news, spam, or deception is not only immoral, but also punishable. Remember that your reputation is much more valuable than fleeting gain. Third, respect data privacy. If you use AI to analyze personal data or commercial information, make sure you comply with all privacy laws. Never upload confidential data to neural networks without the consent of the owners. Practical tips for safe AI use. To minimize risks and work with AI without problems, follow these recommendations. Read the terms of service carefully. Before you start working with a new neural network, spend 10 to 15 minutes studying its rules. Make sure you understand how you can use the created content for commercial purposes. Second, use AI as a tool, not as the final product. AI-generated content is an excellent foundation that you should always refine. Edit the texts, adjust the images, and add your unique touch. This will not only improve the quality, but also strengthen your authorship. Third, Keep up with changes in the law. The field of AI is developing so quickly that laws can change. Subscribe to newsletters from legal experts or industry publications to stay informed about the latest trends in AI regulation. AI is a new environment that we are learning to live and work in. Treat it responsibly, and it will become your reliable partner. Start with these simple rules, and you can confidently move forward using AI.